Hello fellas, welcome back to a brand new video up and down Paul Live Foot Racing. One question that keeps coming up when I do videos with Paul is, can we have a look at bikes? Now we have done a video before on your bikes, mate, but you have sold a lot and bought more since.
Yeah, it was a bit, yeah, I had 20, I can't remember, 26 bikes I think there was. They weren't for sale at all, you know, I was collecting them, I like collecting them, I had some lovely bikes, some rare bikes, and a guy bought a famous race car, the car that we did the video on, the Data Post car. He bought that from me and he said, oh, can I have a look at your bikes? Yeah, anyway, he looked around him and oh, these are mint, blah, blah, blah. Rang me next day, do you want to sell them? I don't know. I've never really thought about it, do you know what I mean? Anyway, long story short, he bought them all apart from one bike.
So you bought all the bikes that we've done the video on previously, apart from one?
Apart from one, which I've still got, and I'll tell you when we look at them why I didn't sell that one bike. So he just bought the lot. And it was a bit, I don't know whether I did the right thing really. I loved them. I loved the bikes. It was a good offer, but do I regret it? Yes. Do I regret it? No. I can't decide whether I do or not really.
You're just going to spend the money again buying more, aren't you?
Yeah, but the only reason I did do it is I enjoyed the chase. I enjoy finding them, buying them, blah, blah, blah. The only problem that I should have taken into account is at the moment the market has dropped. Right. That's for everything. Cars, motorbikes, the market has dropped. Everybody knows the market has dropped, but anybody trying to sell now doesn't want to accept it. So people are putting stuff up at way, way more than what the true market value is. So I've found it harder to replace the bikes because people want too much for them.
They want the old money.
Yeah, you see them listed on eBay and you look at them and you're just thinking, well, sorry mate, but CR500s do not sell for 10 grand anymore. They haven't done for 2 years. They're now 6-7 grand at best, but they're still listing them on eBay at 9-10 grand. And they're listed time after time after time, and you think, if you put something on eBay and it doesn't sell, why is it not sold? Because it's too expensive. So it is difficult, but slowly I have been starting to pick up stuff at where it should be. So it's taken, having said that, has it taken long? Not really. Not many people can buy as many bikes as I have in probably 3 months. But I'm enjoying it.
What was your latest bike?
The last one.
The last one you bought?
That one.
So when did you get this?
Well, actually, I say that. I actually bought this and the Kawasaki 80 there probably 4 or 5 months ago. But I bought them off a good friend of mine, paid him for them, did the bank transfer, and just never got time to go and pick them up.
Really?
So they were there for months and months.
Really?
Anyway, I was over that way, so I went and picked them up.
Just chuck them in the back of your van?
And then I actually, believe it or not, sold the same guy I bought this and this off last week 5 bikes.
Right.
And the reason I sold them was I decided when I sold all my bikes to only buy mint original bikes or bikes fully restored. And if I'm honest, I got sick of people saying fully nut and bolt restored. And when you got there, you look at it thinking, that ain't fully nut and bolt restored, mate. The hubs are all pitted, the spokes are rusty, the engine's scratched, the tank needs... You've said this is nut and... that one to me, we'll come back to it obviously later, but that is nut and bolt restored to me. That is absolutely immaculate. Everywhere you look, that is perfect. You know, you might get the purists that say, oh, the wheels shouldn't be slightly that colour, them gaiters that you're looking at might be slightly wrong. I don't worry about that because I'm not a collector in respect of it has to be absolutely perfect, original. I just like nice, I just a collection I like, presented nice, and that's what I bet. And that's a perfect example. I bought that bike for £3,500.
Did you?
Yes. 3.5 grand.
So what's for the price tag on
That's what I have them insured at.
All right.
Yeah, but that was 3.5 grand. Yet people are on the internet regularly selling them scruffy for 3 grand.
Really?
Yeah, and you think, you're never, ever, ever going to sell that for 3 grand. A scruffy one of them should be 1,500 quid. Because to restore a bike to that condition, probably cost you 5 or 6 grand.
Easy, easy.
So what I've worked out is buy bikes that somebody else has spent all the money on.
So someone else is losing the money.
And let them lose the money. Saying that, I actually do have 2 bikes at a place getting fully nut and bolt restored.
What you're doing yourself, are you?
No, I've got a guy doing them.
But you're paying for that?
Yeah, because Two of the bikes I really regretted selling out of the collection was I had a YZ490, an American import, a 1983 model that I bought off this guy that was completely nut and bolt, and he was finicky. Even though every bolt had to be a Yamaha bolt.
Really?
It was perfect. And I bought the yellow, people will see it if they want to go and look on the other video, won't they? It's a yellow YZ490, and next to it was an IT 490, an 1883 model. That's a 175, I think. And the guy had restored these bikes himself, and they were show winners. They'd won loads of trophies.
Oh, right.
They were absolutely flawless. And if I'm honest, they were probably the two bikes that I regretted letting go in the collection, but I had to sell a lot. So anyway, I thought, well, I want to replace them. So I rang him, Mark, who I bought them off, and said, Mark, you restored them bikes yourself. Do you fancy doing some more for me? Yeah, I'd love to. He said, never thought about doing it for people. He said, but I love doing it. So he says, it works out perfectly. He said, because obviously I restored them two bikes you've got, and I lost a fortune on them.
Aye.
He said, this way I get to restore them, but I don't get to lose any money.
Aye.
Because you're paying for everything. And then obviously I'll just pay him for his labour at the end of it. So I bought a YZ490 and American one, sent it straight to him. And I bought a YZ1983 125, which isn't in the lineup. So he's restoring them for me now, nut and bolt. So he keeps sending me photographs. Right, I've had every nut and bolt zinc plated or whatever. Can you pay that bill? I pay it. I've had the hubs rebuilt, pay it, and I just pay it as I go along.
Is it just a guy in a house in his garage or something doing it?
Yeah, but he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows the bikes inside out. So Mark's doing them two for me. But then again, even though Mark's looking after me, because he's not like making any money on the parts or anything, I just pay the bills. I only really paying him for his labour. I will have considerably more in them bikes than what they're ever going to be worth when they're
So you'll
finished.
probably never sell them?
No, so that's it. I'm not doing them to sell them, so it doesn't really matter. But then I started thinking, well, that's a silly thing to do. Wait till the right bikes come up and buy. Or what I'm doing at the moment is, which I always said to people to do with the 500 road cars. If you want a white RS 500 road car and you want one that's 10,000 mile on the clock, that's going to take some finding. So if one comes up with 50,000 mile on the clock, buy it because you're on the ladder, and then upgrade when the right car comes along.
Right.
So that's what I've been doing as well, hence the amount of YZ490s. So the 5 bikes I've just sold that we were talking about were bikes that I bought. One of the YZ490s 1993 was a lovely bike, but then I got offered this one, which was far superior. So I sold the nice one and kept this one, which is considerably better. So what I'm doing is just trading up as I go, really. But what you've got to remember is that these bikes aren't easy to find. If you're after a specific model, a specific year, you can't guarantee you're going to find one that's perfect. So I buy a good one. And like now, I mean, that is very, very nicely restored. But if I came across one that was even more superior, then I'd buy it and sell that one. But I don't think I'd get much better than that, to be fair, because that's got a long-range tank on it as well. It's got a much bigger tank.
Oh, right. So is that like an optional upgrade type thing?
Yes.
So is it that bit extra there?
Quite a bit
both
bigger
sides?
tank. Yeah. You can see compared to these ones. It's
Oh, right, yeah. So is that, it's an original,
well,
what would it came with?
It's similar because this is a newer bike.
Right.
These are all different years. That's why, because people say, why have you got 490s? Well, they're all different years, you see. And so...
Why would you not if you've got the space as well?
Well, I have as you can see, I do have a thing for Yamaha YZs. I love YZs, always have done. So if you want to start on this one.
Yeah.
So this one is, I can never remember, so I'll write it down. That's a 1985 490. That's unrestored.
Original?
Yeah, original. As you can see, it's not perfect, but
God,
by it is
like
nice for unrestored.
Not many of them kicking about, is
No,
there?
and it is stunning for unrestored bike, is that. Very, very light use, very, very low hours use. So that's a lovely bike.
Where did you find that?
The only thing is that's had a new tank on.
Well, the tanks are plastic, aren't they?
Got yellow. So I've got the
fuel.
original tank down there, which you can get painted. So I'm going to get that one painted because it's the genuine tank, because it'll look better than the non-genuine plastic. So that's going to be the only non-genuine thing on it, but I can't do with a yellow tank. They look terrible. So that's unrestored mint. This is the only bike that I didn't sell out of my last collection. This is a 1980.
Is there a reason why you didn't sell that one?
Yeah, this is a 1987 490. Very lightly restored, but not fully restored. And the only reason I will never, ever sell that bike is Joanne, my late partner, Joanne bought me that bike. So that bike will never, ever leave my side, obviously. So I told him when I said the collection, I said, I'll sell them all, but you can't have that. And he said, oh yeah, that's fine, you know what I mean? So that one, mentally, you know, emotionally is the most valuable bike I'll ever own, but, you know, for that reason I wanted it. So then that one, I bought this is a 1982 stroke 1983. I'm not an expert, but it's in that era. It's an early one. That's a YZ 490. Been restored, as we said. Polished swing arm, which isn't original. They shouldn't be polished, but I like it. I'm not. Again, I'm not one of these collectors that every nut and bolt has to be perfect. If I like it, I like it. I'm buying this collection for me, not for anybody else. So I like that one, so I bought that. It's got the long range tank on it. A beautiful bike, different years, as we say. So that's a nice one.
Then the Yamaha 100?
Now apparently that's probably one of the rarest YZs you can ever find. I don't quote me because I only go by what I'm told, but the 100cc YZ is the same size bike as a 125, but with a 100cc engine in it, because most of the 100s and the 80s are smaller bikes like these. Well, like perfect example, the 80s sat next to it. So it's only 220cc more, but that's what's classed as probably a kid's bike.
It's a lot smaller, isn't it?
Yeah. So that is apparently very, very, very rare when it comes to YZs.
Right.
So I bought that. There's a couple of things wrong with that I'm going to change. The fork bottoms have been painted white. They should be silver. The swing arm's been painted white at some time in its life. It should be silver. So I am going to get that done. Just put them back to silver. Yeah, so we touched on the 80. So that's a little YZ80. Again, lovely original condition, original wheels and everything like that. Really, really, really nice. It's had new plastics. They're non-genuine plastics, you can tell, because the bike's had a new seat cover, but the tank needs painting.
Oh, that's the original tank. That's why they go yellow.
Yeah, so obviously if you want to use them, you can't paint them because the petrol seeps through. That's why they go yellow.
Right.
So it pulls the paint off. So
Also, the paint literally just flake off if you use it.
Peel off it. So you can get them polished. There's companies out there that actually polish them. Right. They do look really, really good. I've got one down there that's been polished, so we'll get to that. But I'm just going to get that painted so it looks brighter. I had another YZ80, but that was a 86. That's an 83. But again, that was one of the other 5 bikes that I let go recently. And the reason I let them go was I bought them and they were nice bikes. They were clean, nice bikes, but not clean enough for me. So again, I looked at them and I thought, stop buying clean bikes. They have to be a certain level where I don't need to do anything to them or do little bits to them. Because if I'd have restored them 5 bikes, I'd have had a fortune in them and I'd have lost a lot of money. So I just sold them 5 bikes and thought, right, stuff like that wants maybe, you know, 500-600 quid spending on it, keep that, or buy stuff like that one that's nut and bolt restored. So but I'm not fussed. I'm not like that. I wasn't particularly looking for an IT 175. It's not really the year I like the slightly later ones, but I saw it and thought, you know what,
such a nice
mint
bike.
is that? How absolutely lovely restored bike that is.
So can you get all the parts for these, like the headlights and stuff like that?
If I'm honest, I don't really know. I mean, there is like anything now, there's a lot of reproduction stuff made for it. Plastic injection moulding now means they manufacture anything, doesn't it? So more stuff you can get.
What's in the bag on the back?
Toolkit.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because ITs, you see, were enduro bikes.
Right.
So they basically were an off-road bike that you could legally ride on the road. So they've got lights, they've got a number plate on the back. So this is road legal.
So what year is this? What reg is it on?
1980. V-Reg.
V-Reg?
Yes, that's a V1980. So a lovely bike, absolutely beautiful bike.
Do you ever ride them?
No.
Well, just more of a collector?
When I started collecting, I started riding them.
Did you?
Yeah, and kept falling off. Well, the thing with me is, we're going to get to the last bike, which is a Maico, when I was 17, I had a Maico 125, because as you know, you could only ride up to a 125 on L plates. So I thought, oh, what's the fastest bike I can buy? So I bought a Maico. And all I ever did on that bike was wheelie, and I got pretty good at it. You know, I could sit all the way through gears, all the way, and keep it up there, and I was like, yeah, I still got it.
Aye.
So it was a Maico I got on a Maico 250, and I forgot how savage they are. Maicos, just like, they're like an RS 500, and then wing, they're off, and I flipped this 250, smacked my head on, and I'm like, I'm too old for this, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I got up, pushed myself down. I think my ego was hurt more than my head. I embarrassed myself quite a bit, so I thought, sod that. Anyway, I got on it a couple of other times, nearly flipped it again, and thought,
that's enough.
Sod it. So then I bought this one again, exactly as it is. I haven't touched it. Restored, nicely done. Like all the hubs are done, brand new spokes, brand new rims, you know, all the frame powder coated, new plastics. But that tank there, you see, has been polished.
All right.
So it's not, they're not perfect, but they've got a bit of a shine to them. The dullness
looks good.
is gone. They look nice, don't they?
Looks good.
They look good. So that's a restored bike.
Is this original? The pressure gauge on
No,
there?
so he's put that on. It's got a couple of extra bits on this bike, you know, that are non-genuine. But again, I don't really know, because I'm no expert. But again, I don't buy. I buy what I like. I don't care. You know, like there'll be somebody looking at this video and going, "That's got the wrong dust cap on it." I don't care, mate. I'm not bothered. Do you know what I mean? I like it. I like the condition of it, because let's be honest, when you're up here, and as you were up here before when this was full of bikes, people just admire the bikes. That's what it is. You don't sit there going, you know, that shouldn't be a cap head. It should be. You don't get that. No. They just admire the bikes. So I've had that one quite a while.
So the Maico was taking you back your childhood a bit, or your younger days.
Savage. You know, you hear people saying, "Oh, CR500."
Aye.
No, I'm sorry, but a CR500 to me is like a Honda step through compared to a Maico.
Really?
You got a Maico 490. Well, put it this way: this is the only bike in that big collection I had before that you're frightened to start it.
Just to start it, in case they snap back or something?
Oh, if these kick back at you, they'll snap your ankle in.
Really?
These are savage. I mean, CR500, anything 500 to be fair, 500 single, it'd be like trying to turn a daft truck over by hand. You know, the 500 is a big engine on a motorbike, so when it kicks back, it hurts. But I've had a kick back off a CR500 and it hurt. I've had a kick back off a Maico 490.
You're off work for a week?
I cried, man, honest. I don't mind admitting. So I bought that. I was down at the NEC, believe it or not, you know, at Birmingham.
Thought it was a foil classic car show or something?
Yeah. So luckily I had the van there, and that came up on, it was like the Facebook marketplace, I think, or eBay. And I rang the guy up, and a lovely guy, really, really nice, genuine, oldish guy. Had a lot of Maicos, race Maicos for years. Told me all the right things about it. He said, you know, it's got an aftermarket pipe on it and things like that, but it's generally all there. And the price was right. Again, he'd priced it right. It wasn't overpriced, so I just thought, I'll have that. So I met him in Birmingham, because he was from down the road, and I bought that one, because Maicos is, I want a good collection of Maicos, really. I love my Maicos. And this one, the yellow one here, is a YZ 50. And I've ridden this.
Have you?
Yeah. So did my girlfriend at the time.
Did she?
Yeah, she had a good blast on it, pissing myself laughing at her.
Has it got gears, this one?
Yeah. That again came in a few bikes I bought, and some of them went in that collection of 5 that I sold. I sold, actually, the 5 I sold was a YZ 490, because I replaced it with that one, a KX 250, because it was a nice one, but I replaced it with that one. There was a CR80, again, nice little bike, and I didn't have another one, but it was very original, very tidy, but not mint enough for me. By the time I'd restored it, won't be worth it, so I sold that one. And there was an RM50, that again, tidy, but not mint enough, so I sold that one. And I'm collecting the 80s, and I'm sort of, am I doing the right thing, really? Because I like the 80s and the smaller bikes, but I prefer the bigger ones, so I might let these go.
Right.
I don't know. But I'll wait till I run out of space first.
Got plenty of space, mate.
Yeah, I've got, obviously all that junk over there is going to get sold and get rid of. That's come out of my loft because I'm building an office down there
All right.
at that bottom, so I'm going to fill this then with the bikes. So
these are the cool ones to
well,
me.
I was
like
going to
the
say
look
we
of
might as
these.
well talk about these, haven't we? So these, obviously a different era. These are proper race bikes. These aren't road bikes. They can't be ridden on the road. Well, you could register it, but you wouldn't. So this is what's called an AGS 7R. So this is a 1960 race bike. So these were like the TT bikes of the 60s. The AGS 7R is a 350.
This is a 350?
A 350, yeah. But
4-stroke.
very, very, very trick bikes, these. You know, in period, if you wanted to win that period, you had to have, you know, in the 350 class, the AGS 7R was the rocket of them all. In the 500 class, well, we'll skip to it, is that one. So that is exactly the same bike as the 7R, identical.
Right. Frame and everything?
Everything is identical. The only difference is this is a 500.
So is that just the engine cylinder size?
Just the cylinder size. Everything's identical.
Wheel size, tyre size,
Everything
really?
is identical. The only difference is the engine size. That's it. Other than that, they are exactly the same bike. But the AGS did the 350, the Matchless was the 500. And the only difference in to look at these was up to 1960, they had the maroon tank. After 1960, they changed the colour of the tank.
All right, so you've got a tank there as well.
To that colour, so and I prefer this colour.
The red, are you going to put that on,
I am, so I'm going to get the stickers. I'm going to get a sign writer to brush them on for me, and then I'm going to put that tank on, because I just like that colour tank, but I'll keep that one. So that's a...
Also, it's been raced as well in 2003.
All these bikes have been raced, because you can't ride them on road, so they are
It's the only time you can use them.
Yeah, they're only full-blown race bikes.
This is nice as well, mind the Norton. Such a cool, iconic looking bike, aren't they?
The Manx Norton, arguably, was the top of the tree. If you wanted to win the TT in that era, you rode a Manx Norton. There was nothing could patch them. All the best riders in the world rode Manx Nortons. Well, this one was built and raced by a guy called Ray Petty. Well, Ray Petty in that era of motorbike racing is the Barry Sheen of the day, if you like. Ray Petty built bikes, won a lot of races, was one of the best you could possibly get. So this is a rare bike because it's a genuine Ray Petty built bike. And the nice thing about that bike, if I can find it, I'll dig it out. So they did a Mini Champs model. I
was going to ask, because you've got another Manx Norton, haven't you?
I have another Manx that's in the house. That's Derek Minter bike. Well, Derek Minter was the first man to ever lap the Isle of Man TT at 100 mile an hour.
Right.
And he did it on a Manx Norton.
Right.
So that's a Derek Minter Manx, but Ray Petty is as big a name as they can get. But when Mini Champs made the 118 scale model of this bike, it was that bike they used.
This actual
bike. So if I find it, we'll dig it out. I have a Mini Champs model, and when you look at it, you can clearly see without any doubt that it's that bike they used. And one of the giveaways is that front hub.
Right.
That is a unique front hub made by Ray Petty. There is only 4 of them hubs in the world. And you can clearly see that the model has got that front hub on it. Wow. But there's just so many giveaways that it's that bike. So that wasn't, if I'm honest, that was one of the reasons I bought it. I just thought it was cool.
Cool story, isn't it?
When you open the box, which I say again we'll find, you open the box, there's photographs of that bike on the inside of the box. So I just thought that was cool.
Where's the model over there?
I'll find it.
See if we can dig it out. Yeah. Right, so we've just been at Paul's model room. Unfortunately, you can't find the box, mate, but you have got a couple of the models.
I've got a brand new one in a box somewhere and I can't bloody find it, which is typical. And if I'd have known in advance, I'd have dug it out. But I've got the model that was in the model room out of the box. But when you look, you can see obviously number 22. Look at the front hub. Now, them that know a Manx Norton will know that is not a standard front hub.
Can I pick that up?
Yeah, but the model has even got the big front hub on it. And I'm gutted I can't find the box, because see, when you look at the box, you can even see that that is laid in exactly the same place.
On the pictures?
Yeah, and it's got a different clutch basket on this to a standard Norton, and you can see it's on there, and you can see it's on the box. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things, even, you know, like that cutaway, does it show you that?
Oh, it does, aye.
Yeah, well, that's not standard.
Is it not?
No, that's a different bottom bracket. That is not a standard Manx one.
That silver piece of steel along the bottom?
Yeah, the aluminium bracket is not a standard one. And you can see it clearly on there. It's cool, isn't it? It's just nice that that is the original, that bike is the one used for that.
Cool, mate. I bet you were buzzing when you found that out, were you? Or did you buy the bike knowing?
I bought the bike knowing, to be fair. And then obviously if you look at the other side, you can clearly see that front hub again is unique, and you can see that the model reflects the fact that it's unique.
Little duck there on the brakes and that.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
It is, aye.
And even like the dents in the tank there, that's not standard.
Is it not?
No, if you look at my other Norton, that's solid like that. What they did, they were brayed in period just with a hammer. They used to just get a hammer, bray them in, so that when you were racing, you had more.
Oh, all right, space for your hands.
More space for your hands. But you can see not all Manxes have that, but that does, and even the detail of where that finishes is perfect.
Aye, the end for the Norton and everything.
Everything's just absolutely, because these mini champs people, when they make the models, they do go to extreme detail. So again, people who know the Nortons will see a couple of things on this that maybe aren't, like that bracket, that aren't standard. Somebody who knows a Manx will go, that bracket's not standard, but it's on there.
It's on the model. That's it, fellas. Thanks for watching, and a massive thanks again to Paul for letting us come down and see some of his stuff. Anything you want to say, mate?
No, I don't think so, but if anybody's got a nice bike they want to sell, get in touch. So if you've got a nice proper motocross bike, I'm always in the market.
I'll leave Paul's information below. But yet again, thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.